What, Chinese or pizza?
Huh? Oh. Once you decide.
Oh, really? I thought you were the one making all the decisions around here. Exactly when did you decide that Nate Salinger should get away with what he did to Matthew? To ask about Nate's booking because I wanted to set the arraignment. Imagine my surprise when they told me that he hadn't even been arrested.
Let's sit down.
I don't want to sit down. I want to know what you did after you told me that Nate confessed to you. Because, crazy me, I assumed that when you left here, you were going to read him his rights.
I brought him down to the station, and he signed a voluntary statement. And I brought a copy for you to see.
Okay, I lost it. I hit him hard. Matthew fell. This isn't just a statement, it's an all-out confession. It's enough for an arrest and probably enough for a conviction.
Probably.
Okay, well, then please tell me that you're releasing him as part of some bigger strategy that I haven't thought of. Please tell me that you're still planning to arrest him.
No, Nora. I'm not.
I get that this is Matthew's baby, too.
Nate Salinger assaulted our son and he admitted to it. Why is he not in a cell? Or are you so impressed with his noble contributions to society? Here, local boy becomes porn star.
Look, he didn't have a choice. He was blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Well, that's creative. Was that his defense for almost killing our son? He was blackmailed into it?
The two are related. If you would read the whole story.
I don't care about the stupid statement. I care about Matthew.
Well, then you should know that when Nate hit Matthew, when he punched him, he didn't know what was going to happen. Now, Matthew fell and he hit his head and it caused this brain trauma, but at the time there was no indication. Matthew got up and he was talking. Nate said that he thought that he was fine.
And shortly thereafter, he collapsed.
But not because he was beaten. You see, it's the same thing on a football field or a basketball court. And then afterwards, everyone forgets. But as like what happened...
No, you didn't just say that. You didn't just say that. You were not chalking this up to bad luck, Bo. I don't care what Nate told you. Our son was attacked and his brain was damaged.
But Nate didn't try to damage his brain. And he's been in his own hell since then.
Nate's hell. Our son is in hell. Our son is in his own hell, a cocoon, where his body keeps growing and everything else stays the same. And we don't even know if he's ever going to be able to fight his way back from that, Bo. Why should the person who put him there be free?
Matthew's dad just let you go?
Really did.
But we can't act like it just came from nowhere. Even before Nate confessed, I knew he was the one. You remember? Matthew told us that someone else knew what he'd done. And he was talking about Nate.
Well, think about it. If they put you on trial...
He let Nate get arrested for it. Now, I can understand why Nate would be angry.
So putting our son in a coma is something that we should just excuse, that we should just look the other way?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I understand it. The kid spent weeks in jail. And then he found out that Matthew's the one that killed his father. I don't see how anyone could let that go.
Let it go? I can't let it go. Our son is in a coma.
I know. What happened to Matthew is a tragedy. But are you willing to punish the person responsible badly enough to let the whole world know that Matthew's a murderer? Because that's what's going to happen, honey, if we pursue this.
No, it doesn't have to happen.
Sure it does. Look, the greenest public defender in the country would want to introduce Nate's motive. And you wouldn't be able to stop the jury from hearing that. We have to face it, honey. We can't go after Nate without giving up Matthew. Are you willing to pay that price?
Do you think you could ever forgive me?
Thinking of Matthew like that, especially since he can't even speak on his own defense. I don't want him tried in absentia and transferred off to a prison hospital.
No, we wanted to keep him out of prison, and that's why we were willing to let Clint take the rap. Yep. But Matthew wanted to come forward. We wouldn't let him.
Because it was going to ruin his life.
But if we let justice be served, then Nate Salinger wouldn't have found out the truth the way he did. There never would have been a fight. You know, Matthew wouldn't have fallen down, hit his head. If anybody's responsible for what happened to Matthew, it's us, honey. It's you and me.
I can't say if Matthew's parents knew or not, but I hope.
Honey, I think we have to stop looking for fault. We wanted to know how Matthew got hurt. And now we have our answer. But if we're willing to let Matthew go free for what he did to Eddie Ford, do you think it's fair to take a hard line against Eddie's son? Do we have the right to make Nate Salinger pay for what he did?
Matthew is paying.
Well, so's Nate.
So from now on, when I see Nate walking around town out with his friends or with a girlfriend at the movies, I'm just supposed to forget that Matthew can't do any of those things, that he may not be able to do any of those things again.
Oh, we can't think like that.
And that his mother, Inez, she can celebrate every milestone in his life while I have to sit by Matthew's bedside and try to believe in magic and wait for the moment, hope against hope that maybe fingers will move a little bit or an eyebrow will twitch. I can't do it, Bo. I can't do it. I can't.
We will never give up hope that Matthew will recover.
No, of course we won't.
I love you. And we both love Matthew. But we've got to look forward now, all right? For his sake and for our sake, all right? Okay?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I will be. I'm just... You needed a meltdown, I guess.
I think you're entitled. But we're going to get through this, right?
Of course.
Okay, together.
Yeah. So, how about some kung pao chicken, huh?
Oh, why not? Who gets it here the fastest?
You know, why don't I just drive down there and pick it up?
No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, actually, I do. I could use the air, and I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll be back.
I'm gonna take a shower.
Okay. Love you.
Me too.
I want to talk to you about what you did to my son.
All right, I'm not going to stand around for this.
Shut up and listen, Manning.